Hey guys, today I'll be talking to you about line quality and how important it is. And to be clear, these are just tips to help you improve. There are tons of ways you could improve on your line quality, but this is how I improved personally. Alright, tip number 1. Figure out what pencil is right for you, whether you use a mechanical or a standard number 2 pencil. These are mechanical pencils. You got different types of pencils, different sizes, but what you need to do is figure out what is right for you. Me personally, I like to use a mechanical 2 pencil, preferably a 0.5 pencil. Mainly because, well, the pencil is very thin and I can create very precise lines with it. And yeah, that's about it. Many people like to use pencils, which Mark Crilly, he's really good at using just normal pencils. He likes to use his Prismacolor black pencils. I don't think this one's exactly what he uses, but... So yeah, the problem with pencils, in my opinion, these wooden pencils, number 2, Ticonderogas, you have to constantly sharpen them. And that becomes a hassle over time. I mean, these pencils are very good if you want to get like very rough lines. Like this blue pencil, get very rough, sweet guidelines down super quickly. But I don't think these are very good as like a final line type thing. Of course, we are talking about line quality and how you can improve. So, tip number 2. Make very light and quick lines. Going slowly can make your hand wobble, and it can also hurt your line qualities. Meaning, like, if I go super quickly, I can make really fast and, like, rather smooth lines. This one's kind of rough, so, like that. Very smooth and quick lines. If you go slowly, your hand can wobble just a little bit, and it could ruin the lines. And plus, light lines are very easy to erase. See? So you don't want to make very dark ones because they'll create a crease in your paper, and it'll still show up even after you erase them. So if you end up drawing a super dark line, that would be horrible. You wouldn't want to do that. Only if you were for sure that you want that as your final line, kind of like an inking line. Tip number 3. Figure out what size your drawing is. Different size lines can affect how certain perspectives are shown. This is great for foreshortening, by the way. Like, let's say you have this person giving you the peace sign up here. Alright, they have their hand in your face, and you want to make it look a lot better. You don't want it to have, like, very, like, thin lines in the front. It'll kind of make it look strange if the lines in the back are the same size as the lines in the front. And what I mean by this is, if you make thicker lines in the front, it'll, like, kind of define, like, the way the hand is shown. Kind of the way the hand is kind of shown to you. So, if you have a face in the background, and you want to give it a little bit of foreshortening, you would want to make these lines in the back a lot thinner than the lines you would put in the front. It gives it that certain perspective that it makes it feel like he's actually popping out to you and giving you the peace sign into your face. Tip number 4. Loosen up. Don't feel so limited. when creating lines, try using your shoulder on some lines and your wrist in others. You can create nice arcs by utilizing your natural pivot points. Let's say you can't quite get a very nice arc, like mainly for hair, that is. Like if you're trying to get like very smooth hair and you can't quite do it, try using your wrist. Your wrist, try going from left to right or right to left. Just by using your wrist or even using your shoulder or your arm. This is very helpful for whenever you want to just quickly throw down lines and very smoothly ink out lines. We'll get to inking in a second. Tip number 5, inking. Inking is a lot different than pencil. That's the first thing I'm gonna say. Ink is a different substance. It's a permanent type of line that you can put down. It's basically a pen, or using pens or colored pencils. Like Mark Krill uses his trusty black Prisma colored pencil. There are different types of pens you can get, and I usually like to use my Sakura Micron, which I have a very, very high amount of, by the way. Or you could use other pencils, like I tried out these Artist Loft pencils, or pens. They're very strange in a way. I mean, they work, but I don't like the fact of how they bleed everywhere. Like, let's see. I'm using 08, by the way. You want to use these pens for, yeah, use the thicker pens for like to help the foreshortening effect. For whenever you have someone sticking their hand in your face, or you have something closer than the other, this is very good for whenever you want to showcase buildings in the background or in the front. You can show the ones in the front having thicker contours. This will help give that feel of you're actually there and something's like right in front of you or way in the background. And I will use an 03 and 01 for the face. You need to really train yourself on ink. Ink is not an easy thing to learn, mainly because it's not erasable. Erasable things are very easy to use, mainly because you can just keep erasing and redoing over. Ink, that's final. It takes a long time to get down the lines until you get to the inking stage, which is kind of a pain in the butt, but hey, inking's nice in a way. My last tip to you is use your erasers. Erasers are very nice for refining the lines, or at least getting them to an inking stage. Like, a lot of people like to dab what I'm using right here is a kneaded eraser. What you can do is you can pull it apart, massage it, and it basically just absorbs all the pencil that you have on the paper. It won't leave any debris, by the way. Is that the right word? Debris. Meaning you won't have any of those like little eraser like bits left after you use it. This kind of just absorbs it all, strangely enough. I didn't finish that ink. But yeah, you can use erasers to even refine lines, like this line right here. You can just lightly go by it until it's where you want it. Or you can just completely erase them. right here, this black eraser is, well, it doesn't say it anymore because it's like 1/3 of the size when I got it. It is a, I don't know, they call it it's a black pearl, basically. You ever heard of the pink pearl? The kind of rectangle-ish type eraser. They come and they kind of look like this. There we go, that's a good enough shape. The pink pearls. It's basically a black pearl. It's basically a circle or an oval. I like it. I mean, it's kind of easy to use compared to the pink pearls because they kind of fall apart easily. I do recommend getting a kneaded eraser. They're really nice for whenever you want to get very precise lines, or to erase very precise and light lines. And that's my tips for how to improve your line quality. I hope this helped you guys, and thanks for watching.